44-year-old Yu Hua Han appeared in court Saturday to face charges related to a video that went viral on social media last week. She's accused of punching a 10-month-old baby girl in the face at the Micronesia Mall. But instead of felony charges, Han was only charged with misdemeanors. Thus, her bail was only set at $5,000. Chief Prosecutor Phil Tydinko explains.
If we receive any further police reports or evidence that suggests that we should charge a higher crime, like an aggravated assault or something differently, then we'll do that. But based on the evidence in the police reports at this time, these are the charges that we're charging at this time.
When you go to Island, you can go out anywhere, and if there's a barbecue, they're like, come get something for the kids, you know, and to know that the justice system isn't following through with your guys' culture and tradition, it's hard to think about that.
That was Crystal Townsend. She tells us that she had a similar experience with Han. Townsend's daughter and husband, she says, were stabbed by Han back in February 2009 at the Lone Star restaurant. Townsend says Han was found not guilty by reason of insanity, but she was not aware that her case had been expunged.
We're not aware she was released. We were not aware that the case was expunged until this attack just happened, and I reached out to that family.
Townsend says her daughter was stabbed in the leg and her husband on the chest. She notes that their injuries could have been fatal, as Han had missed her husband's heart by just a few inches. And when Townsend found out that Han may have struck again,
it makes me sick. It makes us sick to the core. As soon as I opened up that picture, my heart stopped. And yes, that's her. That's an image you'll never forget.
No one has been able to confirm that Han's previous assault case ever existed, and even if it did, an expungement would mean that technically the case doesn't exist and thus cannot be used as evidence against the defendant in future cases.
To do so, I would be charged with there's actually a crime, disclosing expunged records.
In the most recent incident, the girl's mother, Alyssa Esser, says her baby suffered bruising around her eye, but it's not an injury serious enough, as defined by Guam law, to justify felony charges.
It's like the serious bodily injuries defined as any protracted loss of limb or loss of consciousness or major laceration requiring sutures or broken bone or fracture or loss of a bodily function.
It's sickening. She should be deported.